Yes, you read that thumbnail correctly. I bought out another reseller's inventory. I spent $1,000 and purchased over 300 items to sell online. So if you are new here, my name is Monica of Millie and Monica, and I am an online clothing reseller on both Poshmark and eBay. And if you are interested in reseller related content, selling clothing online, and of course making money online, please consider subscribing to this channel if you haven't already, and of course give this video a thumbs up. It truly helps me out here on YouTube. So yes, sitting behind me is over 300 items. I've already taken in the shoes, but I have a lot of work to do. Of course, she gave me some shipping supplies as well, but I had a really unique and awesome opportunity pop up. Something that I've actually never done before is buy out another reseller's inventory. I had a really great first experience with this. So Shauna reached out to me and mentioned that she had lots of inventory that she needed to get rid of because she had just gotten a new job. So congrats to her. But with this new job, she's able to work from home and really needed her office space back. So she invited me over to go through all of her items and was giving me the opportunity to buy them from her. So I did exactly that. I drove an hour, spent 6 hours in her home, and went through all of the stuff, and we came to a deal and packed it all up, and here we are. I need to get all of this stuff inside because I need to start sorting it so I can list it. There is just over 300 items. My goal is to get it all listed by the end of the month. Call me crazy. It is now the 11th. I have 20 days until the end of the month, and I want to get all of this listed. It's kind of a challenge for myself. I know I can do it. It's going to be a lot of work, but it's going to be worth it in the end if I can get this listed as soon as possible so I can start making money on my investment. That's what's most important to me. We are in I don't even know what week it is of quarantine at this moment. It doesn't even matter, but I'm hoping that there's going to be a light at the end of the tunnel here soon. I'm going to be able to get out sourcing soon. So I want all this stuff listed. So I hope you'll follow along with me on this journey of getting all this stuff listed to see what kind of stuff I found or what kind of stuff she found that I was able to acquire. And this is going to be exciting. So I can't wait to show you some of the items that I got, but first we got to get it inside. Okay, so here we are in my posh room. I've brought everything in. You can see this is it, like these IKEA bags on top of IKEA bags on top of IKEA bags, trash bags, and there's all the shoes that were previously brought in. So I'm going to zoom out here in a moment. If you haven't seen my posh room tour and inventory system video, this would be a great time to go back and watch it so you can really see what I'm working with and more about my system. I keep around 1,000 items, so adding 300 in the next 3 weeks is going to make it bursting at the seams. So if you're interested in anything, if you want to send me an offer, I'll most likely accept it at this point because I'm going to have to get real creative here. But I'm going to zoom out. Okay, now you can really get a fuller view. Here's my shelving with my inventory. The stuff on the rack here was stuff that I was going to work through this week before I ended up getting all this stuff. Same with that bin, like right over there. That was a bin of stuff I needed to work through and fix, and same with the IKEA bags running under the table, the yellow one. That was stuff that needed to be worked on. But now I have all this stuff, and I need to start sorting and steaming and photographing and measuring and all of that good stuff that you know goes into this business. A lot to go through. The shoes actually are almost all photographs, so those will be up first. They're super easy. You know I love shoes. But yeah, this is exciting, but it's going to be a lot of work. Again, I know I can do it, but here we are. It's going to be sorting time real soon. Okay, so here's what's happening. I'm sitting in the middle of all my new inventory amongst the new items that I've brought home, and I'm starting to sort. So what I'm doing is I'm sorting by category so that it's really going to be easy for me to list these items. And this is kind of a hodgepodge of bottoms, so it's shorts and just bottoms, jeans, etc. Here we have coats, blazers. Over here is skirts, and over here I've started with activewear. I know there's not a whole lot of activewear, so this is my bag for that. Just regular tops, blouses, and then here's my pile of sweaters and dresses. So I still have there's a bag over there, all these trash bags, and a couple more bags. So I've gone through this pretty quickly. Tomorrow, I just want to make sure that I can start listing like IKEA bag by IKEA bag is kind of like my goal is like to take a bag of dresses and photograph, measure, and list those in a day. And then, move to the next category, batchwork. Batchwork is the goal, and I think the key to getting this stuff listed as quickly as possible. Here's a fun few pieces. So this one is just a really great stripe. I love a bold stripe. It's just by Liz Claiborne. It's a size small. This next one is Laundry by Shelly Segal, size 4. This beautiful lace dress, and that's just a classic. I love a pop of mustard. This is my favorite color, Banana Republic for tall. And there's actually a lot of LuLaRoe extra large pieces, which is why I actually grabbed them because of the size. Not so much that they're LuLaRoe. I actually really don't like picking it up, but the sizes were fantastic on them. And this next one is a Zara new tags with this amazing sleeve, and just love the prints. There's a lot of good summer prints in here, so I'm excited to get those pieces definitely listed quickly. So there's a lot of skirts, and that's just fine. A lot of bottoms. This is a older, like vintage Gap label, size 10, genuine leather, hot pink midi skirt. It's fantastic. Love it. And this animal print Lane Bryant top. Absolutely love this piece. Semi-sheer. I think this jacket is the cutest. Extra small, Banana Republic factory, but such a fun stripe, almost like bomber style. Love it. There are a few new tags pieces in here. This one's a great piece. And behind it, absolutely love this piece. It has that lily look, but it's actually a Talbot's piece. And so there are a lot of skirts like this in these great sizes, size 16. Lovely print. Perfect for summer. Okay, so I wanted to give you another look at some of the items that I was able to purchase. And of course, these are some of my favorites. Honestly, this is probably these are some of the cream of the crop, you could say. But here is a couple of St. John pieces. And this first top one is the giraffe print, size 12. The second one, the red one, is actually new with tags, and it's also a size 12. And then this next jacket is a Fabletics jacket. I'm so bummed this is not my size. It's an extra large, extra large, but fits more like a large or extra large. Measurements will obviously provided, but just a nice little puffer coat. There was quite a bit of Chico's. This is a size 3 and just a nice little career wear jacket. And these are a pair of Lululemons. I believe there's a Lululemon tank somewhere in the mix as well. And I don't know if I looked at the size. Oh, here's the size dot on this one. So these are a size 4, and they're like the dancer jogger pant, I believe, because I've sold a similar pair. I haven't looked up this particular style, but if that's what my memory is serving me as. And then here is a Michael Kors new tags dress, size 8, and it just has the lace-up neckline. And let's see here. I think the skirt has this nice eyelet kind of detailing. So that's a nice piece. I might pull some other pieces, but I've already started photographing, and yeah. Here are a few more of my favorites, and of course there's some dresses here. So this is a Juicy Couture, size 4, new with tags, cold shoulder, floral, like lace dress. And this is just gorgeous. It is giving me all the self-portrait vibes. It truly, truly reminds me of a self-portrait dress, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. And I cannot wait to get this baby up. But it's going to be a few days before I do dresses. I'm still working on some of my other piles. I am always down for a linen piece, and I'm pretty sure this is linen. Love Linen by J. Jill. And so I absolutely love this as well. And it even has these great side pockets. This just is giving me all the vacation vibes for the summer or beach vibes, I guess. This next piece is very couture, so it is a chartreuse like color, which my lighting just changed, so everything got very cloudy outside. So the lighting changed, but it is kind of a mustardy yellow green, This is also new with tags, and it is a brand that I haven't seen very often, and it is, here we go, here's the label. I believe from looking up comps, it looks like this brand is sometimes sold at Anthropologie, so I'm gonna have to do more research on this piece. Here's just its regular label, but there is a couple issues that I didn't notice, and I would have probably picked this up anyway, and I would have probably picked this up at the thrift store myself as well, but there are some like spots on the bottom. Even though this feels like a silk, it's a very silky feeling. It is polyester, so I'm hoping I can actually clean this. My one concern is that a Tide pen will leave a residue, but we'll see. There's a couple more spots on the other side. So I want to give you a better look. So it just has that very couture-y look to it. I think this would be a great like bridesmaid dress if this was a color. It is very washed out right now because of the clouds, but I think you get the picture, and it's a size large. Next is this Express. Here's another like very Hawaiian vibes here. It's a very bodycon, slinky type dress, one shoulder, so cute, and it is a size 4, new with tags. So very nice. This next piece is another new with tags. It's a Free People, size medium. It's kind of sheer, yeah, but there's no size take up at the top here, but it is on the actual tag, which is really nice. And then this last piece is a Michael Kors new with tags peacoat. So again, a very nice piece, and it's the studded collar. I'm going to hold out on this one. Like, I'm going to list it because I do list most items most seasons or seasonally, unseasonally, however you want to say it, because I don't have space to not store items. Let me say that again. I don't have the space to store items that I'm not listing. So it's just better if I get things listed, and if I need to relist it later on in the fall or winter again because it didn't sell at the price I wanted, I'm okay with that, but I do need to have it listed. And if I need to hang on with it because I'm not getting the price I want, that's totally fine with me. So I get that question often if I list things out of season. Definitely yes, because I continue to sell sweaters and jeans and even jackets in summer. So I think people are always looking for a good deal, but I'm going to hold out for a great price on this because this is definitely going to be one of the pieces that helps me make my money back. I'm going to see if I have a few more pieces to show you, but I'm still chugging away, and I'm going to do a little recap on everything here in a moment. Okay, it's been a couple days, and I thought I'd give you an update of where I'm at and what's going on. So basically, I've sorted all my piles into like items. Like this bag over here is like all jackets and blazers. There's dresses and, you know, pants, etc. Activewear. And then over here is stuff that I've already gone through. This is about 40 items that has all been photographed and measured. It's a lot of pants and skirts. So that's all been pre-packed, and I need to get labels on it and into this inventory system. The quicker I can start putting stuff away, the easier it is for me to work around in this space because obviously it's pretty small. So that's exciting that I've already got some of that, you know, being ready to be put away. But over here, I want to kind of flip around. So obviously I have a lot of tops. Not all of those tops came from this particular buyout, but like the tops in the middle section are from the buyout. So those are just there because they need to be steamed. But over here is what I'm going to be working on next. It's more bottoms. There's a lot of shorts and capris and just like printed pants. Tank is over there sleeping. Oh my gosh, that's too funny. He's not allowed in this room, but he loves to sleep in the doorway. Anyway, as you can see, there's even some of the Goodwill tags or new with tags items here. And yeah, these are just items that need to be steamed and worked on. So there's like J. Crew shorts. Yeah, J. Crew. Yeah, just lots of good summery colors and prints. So it'll be nice to get these up for the season. But that's what I'm working on. That's where I'm at right now. And it feels good to be starting to get some work done. I want to kind of tackle these jackets next, I think, after I'm done with the pants, because the jackets I can hang in my closet and then they'll just be out of the way, and that'll be really nice so that I can continue on and keeping on. Okay, I am back with an update. It is now Thursday the 14th, so it's been a few days since I first spoke with you about all of this inventory, and I decided to sit amongst it so you can kind of get a good look at it. Here we are. So although it is spread out and some things are now put away, I just wanted to check in and wanted to talk to you about a little bit more about the process, a little bit more about the experience, and a little bit more about where I stand a few days later. So currently I have photographed and listed 50 items. I have another 30 that I've photographed and I've measured and will be listing this evening. And so that will put me at 80 for the week so far. And it's just Thursday. So I still have Friday, Saturday, Sunday to keep on listing. So that means I definitely will be hitting my goal for this week, getting even over 100 items listed this week if things continue as they currently are. So that is really exciting. It feels really, really good to be processing this much inventory quickly. I cannot tell you how good it feels to kind of get back into a normal listing work routine, because the few weeks leading up to this, the past like 9 weeks of stay-at-home order, I've been stretching my inventory as much as I can, only listing 45 to 65 items a week for the past 9 weeks. So this feels really good. It feels really good to be listing more on eBay, and I am grateful for that. So let's see, where am I at? I don't want to get too rambly. I want this to, be a good overview of what I've been presented with. So you probably have tons and tons of questions. Know that this is the first time I've ever done anything like this. So I might not have all the answers for you. This was definitely a learning experience for me. There's a lot that I've taken away from it. Would I do this again? Sure. Would I approach it a bit differently? Yes. And those are things that, if you're presented with a similar opportunity, you're going to have to, live and learn. What did I take away from this? Well, there's probably a few things I could have done differently. I think it's maybe important to maybe ask more questions up front. I really didn't know what type of questions to ask because I'd never done this before. I think, my tips to you, my advice to you might be to be very clear on like price expectations, to be kind of clear on the amount of inventory you're going to be looking at, what type of time the both of you have. I think it worked out for both her and I. The time that I did put in, I was there at her home for 6 hours. That was quite a bit of time, but it seemed to work for the both of us. Although I did have 2 hours of drive time, which, made the day pretty long, but I'm used to that. I'm used to working long hours, so it was fine. But if, someone like yourself, if you don't have that amount of time, I think it's really important that, you and the other person are very clear on the amount of time that you have to go through the inventory, if you have drive time. So, because this did take a lot more time than I expected. So that is definitely something I would think about in the future is, not that I don't mind spending the time, but to just make sure I allot the amount of time. So my husband was getting quite concerned about me and wondering where I was, and that's fine. But anyway, I have something exciting to share, and hopefully you've made it this far. So my friend Carrie, she's been on this channel before a couple times. She's amazing. She has a channel, Carnet Creative. She and I both acquired about the same amount of new inventory at the same time. So she too just brought in an extra 300 items. But what's really interesting about her situation is that she's doing it all in consignment. So whereas I just bought out Shauna's inventory, Carrie actually took the inventory on consignment. So I am so excited for her video because I want to know more about how she's doing that, and I hope that maybe you can also learn from her. So make sure you're subscribed to her channel. I'll definitely link it down below. But I think that consignment, taking clothes on consignment, is a really great alternative to buying out someone's items. So you might not have the capital to just buy someone out, or maybe you're just unsure of the brands, or maybe you're not sure about selling those types of items that maybe someone has. And so taking items on consignment might be a really great alternative to this. So, personally, I did spend more on this than I expected. I did pay more for these items like per piece than I would normally at the bins, because that's where I typically source. If you've been watching this channel for a while, you know that. But with recent events, my cost of goods has gone back up. I'd worked for a year to lower it by going to the bins, and I got it where I was really comfortable. And now with this past few months of the stay-at-home order, my sourcing costs have gone up. So that was something I definitely needed to think about and really kind of look at my numbers and decide if that was something I was okay with. And considering even a week ago we were in a different place, everything keeps changing so quickly. But a week ago I was really still uncertain of when I could go sourcing again, and I still really don't know that. So, and I didn't know, when things start opening up, I don't even know what that's going to look like. So for me to acquire this much seemed okay, and it still does seem okay. I'm still definitely glad that I went ahead and did buy all these items, because I still don't know what the future holds as far as sourcing and getting inventory. Would I do this again? Sure. I mean, like I said, I definitely think there's things that I learned from this and that I might do differently next time. Um, would I do this again in the next month? No. No, I definitely probably wouldn't, because obviously I need to get through all of this first and work on my space issues and storage issues, I should say. Would I do this again in a year? Probably. And I say that hoping that, maybe there will be more opportunities for similar situations in the future, but I'm not really going to be looking and seeking them out per se. But yeah, so currently I feel really good about getting all of this processed and listed quickly. And that's truly my main goal, because obviously you can't sell items if they're not listed. And, just keep that in mind. If you have a ton of stuff laying around that you have purchased that you're not listing, it can't sell and you can't make your money back. So when making this big of an investment, it's really a good push for me to get this stuff listed ASAP. Like, I want to start making my money back as soon as possible so that I can move forward with other things. So yeah, that's kind of the big thing here. I hope you enjoyed this, because I know this is a little bit different type of video. I hope you gained something from it, I guess. If anything, hopefully it was just fun to watch and see some beautiful clothing. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.